Hey, this is Bozz for another Bozz review of cigars. Today, I have a Pappy Van Winkle cigar. Got this from the Cigar Cave in Medford off of Biddle Road. Go down there, and they've got one in Grants Pass also off of 7th Street, I believe. Go down there and talk to Jesse or Matt. Great people, always hook you up right. And they also do veterans discounts, which I'm retired military, means a lot. So thank you to the Cigar Cave over there. The guys are great. If you ever have any questions or you're a new smoker or anything like that, hook up with them, check them out, ask them questions, and they will set you straight on exactly what you want. So again, today I'm going to try the Pappy Van Winkle. This is a combination kind of a cigar that's put together by Pappy Van Winkle bourbon. It's probably some of the best in the world, and I don't edit any of this, so if something comes up, something shakes, that's the way it's going to be. Anyway, the cigars, they've kind of joined forces with Drew Estates, Jonathan Drew over there. They got together. Drew Estates, in my opinion, is one of the best cigar makers there are. They have a plethora of brands and manufacturers. AJ Fernandez is one of them. This is a really good cigar. The Pappy Van Winkle, this is the Robusto. It's about 5 1/4 inches. And these are fire cured, which instead of hanging in a barn or something like that, or different places, they fire cure these. This is, it's Kentucky grown tobacco. The veins are really fine. It's a great looking cigar. It's a great smelling cigar. I don't know if you can see it, but in the end there's some swirls. If you can see kind of the light and dark. These are fermented in the Pappies by Pappy Van Winkles. The tobacco is fermented in their barrels or with their bourbon, and which I'll never be able to afford, but I would like to try it. Got to try it. And these cigars, the price point's a little higher. Don't let it scare you off. Save up a little bit. I'm saving up for a box of these. So go ahead and do what you got to do, and hopefully this review will help you do that. So I'm going to light this up. I'm going to torch it off a little bit here. Just kind of eyeballing it. The cap on it is really nice. Looks like it's got a double cap on it. And the label is pretty cool, actually. It's the same kind of a label that's on their bourbon. So that's pretty cool. This is Luna, my bulldog. I've got a German Shepherd also. They're buds. But Luna's, if you hear a lot of noise, it's the dog. Always blame the dog. Before I fire this up, Pappy Van Winkle's Drew Estates combination. Set that right here. Cigar like this, you got to have good bourbon. I don't have any Pappy Van Winkle's bourbon, but I've got what I consider to be an excellent bourbon, and that is the Bullet bourbon. This is the Frontier whiskey with the E. So I'm going to pour a little bit of that. Sometimes I will dip a cigar in there and let it sit for about 15-20 seconds. Just my personal thing. Kind of like the taste. But with the Pappies being they're fermented in the Pappy's bourbon, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do a disservice to Pappy Van Winkle or to Drew Estates. This is my bourbon glass. This is a glass that my grandmother had since before I was a kid. She would drink her grandma at night, which was usually whiskey or bourbon or something that she called her grandma, which I'm pretty sure it was bourbon and whiskey. And this glass has made it through my entire life and in hers. So here's the grandma with a great bourbon. This is for you. So she's watching me right now. So I'm going to cut just a bit of this off. Maybe just a tad more. Again, this is live. I don't edit these, so anything that happens, that's my fault. I'm not going to push the blame on anybody else. Mm. The cold draw on this. Wow, that's good. It's got kind of a, it's almost got a little bit of a pepper just on the cold draw. It's really interesting. Haven't had a cigar that does that like this. It's really tight. It's really packed. It's soft. It's not a Maduro wrapper really, but it has that texture and that feel. Feels a little oily, but it's not. Really tightly wrapped. This is really nice. It's almost got a, I don't know what they fire cure these with, but it's got a woody, sweet taste to it. It's really nice. It's kind of a woody and sweet taste. Again, I'm not an aficionado by any means, or an expert in the cigar world by any means. I used to do smoke cigars way back in the day, and then now that I can, I'm retired military, had my life and whatnot, I can now play around and have fun with great whiskey, great bourbon, and fantastic cigars. So we're going to toast this a little bit. Get it heated up. Notice it's pretty smoky. I always blow out after toasting them. It's just a thing that I do. You can do whatever you want. To me, it's just it just kind of blows out any of the burning material, and to me, it just improves the flavor. To me, again, that's just my thing. That is incredibly smooth. I kind of immerse myself in the smoke a little bit, kind of get all the olfactory glands cooking, and just kind of let it permeate my being, so to speak. And that is a really smooth. It's mild, got a little bit of pepper. Again, I'm not going to use some really big fancy terms because I'm just an everyday kind of guy. I'm old, beat up, busted my body up super bad in my military career, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. This has a, people say something has an earthy flavor to it. To me, it does have that, but my earthy is different. Everybody's definition of earthy might be a little bit different. So, to me, earthy to me is, like you get that really good dark black soil, and you can be planting some stuff in it, and you just kind of smell it, and it gives you that robust, healthy smell, and you just want to roll around in it, put your feet in it and get grounded. That's what this is, and it's almost like I was in the redwoods, the giant redwoods in Northern California recently with my wife, and this reminds me of that. You get that woodsy retrohale, sweet, like the air in the redwoods is really clean, it's pure. All the plants are giving off all the oxygen, and it reminds me of this. It's even keeled so far to me. Retired Coast Guard. That even keel is kind of floating along pretty nice. We'll see what the first third brings. So far, I'm really liking it. I'm going to have a sip of my bullet bourbon. That's some smooth stuff too. So far, I'm liking this combination. The more I smoke, the more I drink. It's going to get even better. I'm here to give you a bottom line, honest opinion, what I think about a variety of cigars. Probably into the second third, I'll give you a little life's wisdom, what I consider life's wisdom. It might just be wisdom in my head, but that's okay. There's going to be some laughing, self-depreciating humor, which I really enjoy, because if it cracks me up, I don't care if anybody else is laughing, as long as I am. Probably see more of my dog, and we'll get back to this and see how it's going. But I've got a good feeling about it so far. It's got that factor. That's the Bozz thing. That's just me. Luna's going, oh yeah, I know that. Give me some food. What? I'm talking to them. Come on. All right, I got to pay attention to Luna. I'll see you guys in just a few while I scroll over here and do this. So I wanted to get caught up a little bit into the first third, and this ash is really nice. Burns really nice. Burns pretty clean. I'm outside, so these things, the cigars tend to burn irregular. They maybe even canoe a little bit. I think it's called when one side kind of burns faster than the other. But there's a slight breeze, plus it's about 35 degrees outside. It snowed around here last night, so there's a little bit of snow on the hills. It's better than crazy windy like it was yesterday. This stuff behind me was blew down. So I was out here with the tools, and I was screwing it all together. So, which, hey, any day you get to use tools, that's a good day, in my opinion. So, this is, the flavor is still really smooth. The notes on this are a little more earthy as I'm getting into it. The pepper's a little bit more as the tobacco's heating up from the smoke getting drawn through. I've noticed a little bit of a change, but I will continue smoking, continue talking, continue to have some more of my bourbon, and might even see another one of my dogs wanting to know what the hell Dad's doing. So I'm going to continue, and I'll be back, but I just wanted to kind of get you caught up a little bit. Thanks. Okay, I'm back. I'm about a third of the way through. I don't smoke any cigar up to, I go about 1.5 inches from the end on these, about to where the label, just into the label. This is really nice. The ash is really white, kind of like my hair. Similar, but exactly the same. That doesn't make sense. The notes on this, I'm going to use words, they say the notes of a cigar. I like to go wine tasting throughout the valley. Southern Oregon has great wineries. If you get a chance, look them up. There's some beautiful places. My wife and I love to go there, try different wines, meet people. I'm not a real people person, so the fact that I'm doing this is shocking. So I don't like a lot of people. I don't know what's up with that. So far, this is doing really well. It's as the tobacco is heated up. Again, this is just me talking, just a guy. The taste has actually gotten a little bit stronger. Again, it's probably just things heating up. The sweetness has kind of gone away a little bit. Retrohale is nice. The peppers kind of calmed down a little bit. We'll see how the last third finishes. Sometimes in some cigars, the last third gets a little warm, gets a little more peppery. I call it peppery, more pepper. I just make words up sometimes, so you'll get used to them. So far, again, looking at it, this cigar is really cool because I don't know if you can see it there. Let me kind of point this out. You can see where these are all made by hand. They're all hand assembled. They're hand rolled, and I could see how they kind of they kind of fold the tobaccos together and whatnot. The fillers on this is what I am researching, because I don't want to be a total idiot, is they're full fillers, and they're, whatever Drew Estates is using in these is excellent. And the Pappy Van Winkles, this combination is fantastic to me, because I like really good whiskey. I've had a couple of bars in my past. I like good whiskey. I'd never had the Pappies in there because I couldn't afford it. But always had some top shelf stuff like the Bullet Bourbon. And this is just smoking incredibly well. The taste is so sweet. There's a little pepper, not bad. Not bad. If you let it set a minute, it's nice. Some cigars, I don't like really super bold cigars, or haven't yet, but I haven't tried them all yet either. So I'm going to let this thing cook down a little bit more. I've got my bourbon. I'll tell you, I'm kind of wanting to dip the end of this in a bourbon. I just really like those flavors. But this has a hint of, to me anyway, of the bourbon that it's soaked in, or pressed in, fermented in, I guess you should say, or I should say. And this has got to be one of the better cigars I've had, probably in the top, to be honest. Like I said, the price point's a little higher. I guess my wisdom of the day is I friggin' earned this. The Pappy Van Winkles through Drew Estates. I earned it. If you're like me and you've worked hard your whole life, you're busted your butt, you've hurt yourself, you keep going. That's how I was raised. My dad's a tough old guy. He's 81, lives at my house. He's beat up, but he always worked. He always provided for his family, even though he had some serious health issues as a kid, polio and a club foot. It's another story. But he worked his butt off. I learned, work your butt off if you want something. If you want this, work your butt off for it. It's going to mean something. Now this means something to me. If somebody just gave me this and I was just a moocher on society and all this other crap, this isn't edited. This is me. I'm like every guy that's ever going to be honest. I earned it. Don't ask me for something just because you want it. Don't ask other people for things just because you figure you can get it for free. It's nice to get things, don't get me wrong. I love giving and I like receiving. I'm a lot better giver than I'm a receiver. This is a great cigar. And again, the guys at Cigar Cave off Biddle Road in Medford, Jesse and Matt, and there's other people there too. You got one in Medford and one in Grants Pass. Look them up. I talk to them and I say, this is my taste. This is kind of what I like. And they point out half a dozen things. I'll buy 6 or 10 cigars at a shot. Give them a try. Haven't had one yet that I didn't like because I explained to them what I like. Tell people what you like. Tell people what your tastes are. They'll hook you up. That sucker's holding on there. I just can't get over the similarity between my hair and beard and the ash. It's cool. So my wisdom of the day, I guess, is if I'm going to impart any wisdom, and again, it's just wisdom in my head that makes sense. If things make sense to me, they're probably true. Is pick up a Pappy Van Winkle. They're great. Pick up some good bourbon, good whiskey, Coke, soda. Okay, soda, not just soda. Whatever you're going to drink, enjoy it. Enjoy your life. But earn it. Jeez, earn it. Okay? I can't get over that enough. Because then it means something. Okay? I'm going to meet you at the 2/3 way. I'm going to have a little bit more of my bullet bourbon, more of my Pappy Van Winkle cigar, which, oh man, I am loving this sucker. You know, this has got that flavor. I purge every once in a while. Just something I do. You'll see me purge from time to time. Blow some smoke out. Get some different air in. It kind of blows the smoke out. Kind of releases some more stuff on the inside. And enjoy yourself. This has kind of got the flavor and the smoke. I like kind of emulsing myself in the smoke. Getting emulsified. That's not a word. No, that's not right. Anyway, having the smoke surround me. And if I could get a room full of smoke from a Pappy Van Winkle, I would roll around in it. I would just roll around in it and enjoy it. That's how nice this sucker is. So I try to keep these videos down for you. Nobody wants to look at my old ugly face for 30 minutes. So keeping it down. But again, thank you, Pappy Van Winkle and Drew Estates, for putting out a fantastic cigar. I'm really liking this sucker. I will see you guys in girls, because I know women. My sister-in-law Peggy, I beg, she loves a good cigar. She's gonna be here in a few days. We're probably gonna pick up a Pappy's for her. Pick up a Pappy's for Peggy. Anyway, again, I'm laughing. That's all that matters. Maybe you'll see my German Shepherd. I'm gonna get her out here. She likes a good cigar too. No, my dog's not smoking. Jeez, calm down. All right. Yeah, I've got 4 fingers. You'll see that's a different story for a different day. I make up different stories for everybody for how I lost that sucker. But see you in a couple. Okay, I am back. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I'm back. Oh, hey, come here. This is my German Shepherd. Here. Oh, that's a good girl. I'm going to turn this just because she's a cool dog. Hey, where'd you go? Come on over here. Hey, come here. Come here. Say hi. No, come here. Misha. Yeah, scratch my butt. Yeah, whatever. Come here. Oh, say hi. Oh, that dog. She's camera shy. The bulldog is not camera shy. Again, back to the Pappy Van Winkle through Drew Estates. I took the one little small band off because the band doesn't taste good. Don't smoke the bands. They're not made to smoke. And this one's getting pretty close to that. So I wanted to kind of finish up here. As the draw gets hotter, there's more of a wood taste, more pepper, but not bad at all. Again, like I said, I'm not a big pepper person, but I like some. This has some. It's really mild, really even keeled. Spent 5 years at sea, so even keeled. Any sea going people, it just means it's a smooth ride. Smooth ride. Again, try the Pappies. I call it Pappies, I'm sorry, no disrespect. Pappy Van Winkle through Drew Estates. And this, I'll tell you, is one of my favorites, without a doubt. The sweetness is gone, probably because the tobacco's heating up, so releasing more of the flavors in there. The burn, again, is very nice, even being outside. Even you can't see it, but I got a pretty good breeze blowing through here. The ash finally fell off. Luckily, it wasn't on my computer. It normally falls off on my laptop, and it creates a mess. It fell off, actually, on the deck. So that was kind of nice. Drinking my bullet bourbon. After I turn this off, I'm going to dip this into there You know what? Heck with it. I'm going to do it. Let it soak for a few seconds. Ooh, that's hot. Don't burn yourself while doing it. Wow, it's really good. Be great to dip that into some Pappy Van Winkle bourbon, wouldn't it? Pappy. If you feel like sending me a bottle to try, that's not going to happen. But again, thank you so much to the people at Cigar Cave in Medford on Biddle and in Grants Pass. I believe it's on 7th. Go over there and visit them. They will hook you up. They will tell you what they have. Talk to them, what you like. They've never steered me wrong, ever. And the next cigar review will be probably, it might be a Drew Estates, might be something else. I don't know yet. Like I said, I purge it every once in a while. I'm going to probably take the label off of this Pappy Van Winkle so I can actually get down to about 1.5 inches and finish it off. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Pappy Van Winkle's appreciates it. I'm sure Drew Estates appreciates it. I hope all of those people appreciate this kind of a crazy guy I am. But again, I'm just a regular guy. My wife says, "What's your shirt say?" It says, "A friend will help you move. A brother will help you move a body." Take it for what it's worth. We're all brothers and sisters, right? We do almost anything for really good friends. I don't know about the body thing, but you never know. I guess on that, help your friends. Help them, and they will help you. I've got like 3 super good friends. The rest of them, that's not it. That's a. So help your friends out. They'll help you. Go get a good cigar. Get some good bourbon, good whiskey, something to drink, a soda, juice. I don't care. This is what I like. Again, this is about what I like. What cracks me up. And earn what you have. Damn it. I earned it. I'm going to smoke it. I earned it. I'm going to drink it. With that, toast to my grandma. Gigi, I love you. I miss you. You are the best. I will talk to you guys another day soon. Have a great one and a great cigar. Try them out. Thank you.